All right then, my friends. So now we have a Next.js application up and running. Let's try adding some pages to the website. Now, when we created this initial project, we already got one page, a home page, and that's the page.jsx file in the root of the app folder. We can also see this layout component right here as well, which essentially wraps our page component, but we're going to talk more about layouts in the next lesson. For now, I want to focus on pages and routes. So then, the way we make page components in Next.js 13 is different from previous versions when we used to use the pages folder. So it used to be that if we had a file name like about.jsx, that would create a route for us that matched that file name. So it would be /about. And that route would render the about component. But in version 13, all page components need to have the file name page.jsx or page.tsx if you're using TypeScript. And the way we make different routes is by nesting the page components inside folders. For example, this page component in the root of the app folder would be for the base route of the site, the home page. But if I wanted to make a page with the route /news, then I'd need to make a folder called news. And then inside that folder, I'd need to create a file called page.jsx. And that would be the page component for that route. So let me just do that quickly. Let me make a React component inside this file and rename it to news. And I also want to make the template have a main tag that wraps everything. And inside that, we'll do an h2 for the page title, which will just be news. All right, so now in a browser, if I go to /news, hopefully we'll see that news page. If it loads, yeah, we can see that title right here that says news. Awesome. So that's how we make routes by using folders. But what if we wanted to make nested routes? So for example, what if I wanted the route /news /latest, and that would show a page full of all the latest news articles, not all of them. Well, I can nest folders inside folders. So I can do another one right here called latest, and then inside that a new file called page.jsx. And then inside here, we'll just boilerplate this out and we'll call this latest news. Let's go down here and do a main tag, and inside that an h2. And we will say inside here, latest news. All right. And by the way, you keep seeing me do this. RFC and press tab, and that boilerplates a React component for me. Now, I can do that because I've got an extension installed over here called React Snippets. So let me show you that. React. Is this one right here? Oh, no, it's not. It's this one. So ES7 plus React /Redux, React Native Snippets. So if you want to do the same thing, just install that package. All right, so now then, let's save this file. Let's save this file and let's preview this in a browser again. Okay, so if I go to /news and then /latest now, I should get the latest news page, which I do. Awesome. Okay then, so in this series, we're making a dummy help desk site, which is going to eventually display a load of tickets. So I want to delete this latest folder first of all, and the page component inside it, and then also rename this news folder to tickets so that the route to get to this page now is /tickets. And then inside this file, I just want to rename the component as well to tickets, and then the title inside the component is going to be tickets as well. All right, so now we have a home page, which is the page.jsx file in the root of the app folder, and also a tickets page, which is going to have the route /tickets. Now, just quickly, before we preview this once more, I just want to mention that both of these page components are server components. That's the default behavior for Next 13 applications. Components are server components out of the box by default. And it's only if we need to add in some client interactivity, like updating some state when a button gets clicked, that we have to then opt in to a component being a client component. But both of these page components have no interactivity. They both just have static content. So they don't need to be client components, and they can stay as server components. And that means that both of these components are rendered on the server, and they don't require any additional JavaScript to be added to the bundle sent to the browser. And then one last time, I just want to test this out. So this is the dashboard, and now it should be /tickets to get to the tickets page. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this works. It does. Awesome.